this LSU team has fought hard all season, and they got a bunch of young talent that's going to be really good. And I was really proud of our guys and how they responded tonight after a tough game on Saturday. Just their focus, I thought, was pretty good. I thought it was elite, especially on the defensive end. I thought guys were really connected and took it personal, and that's what we're looking to do as we move forward and hit it. Questions?
Mark, when you recruited these guys, it was kind of like speed dating. I'm curious, as a coach, how do you cram in 4 years of relationship into just 1 year that you have them?
I have Leanne. Leanne actually can do that. She's unbelievable at that. So I think if these guys, if you ask them, they would be like, I'm sad that we're not going to be with Coach Pope, and really sad that we're not going to see Miss Leanne. And really, it's these guys doing it with each other. That was what was really special about this group. These seniors became so close. It was really fun. We had a dinner last night that was just so fantastic. It was really special with just the seniors and their families. Just not seniors, just the extinguished eligibility guys and their families. And to hear those guys talk about, it was fun to recount their experience recruiting, which all had really interesting stories from their point of view to share with each other. And then just to hear them, all 6 of them stood up and kind of like took the mic and told stories last night for quite a long time. It was really wonderful. And I learned a lot of things were going on behind the scenes that I'm not allowed to talk about. But really beautiful things, man, where these guys, that's what's special, is they built relationships with each other. And to watch them just in that setting where the only focus was just taking them in was actually really fun last night. Special guys.
Coach, 2 questions here about the BBN. Tonight, how was it for you, even though you weren't here, to watch the BBN embrace Damian Collins after all he went through when he was here? Yep. And then just how effective were they for you guys in Rupp Arena this year as you finished 15-3 in the conference?
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, BBN is incredible. And so I think, it was a special night. So a name that most people don't know is Zach Tao. And Zach Tao actually came to walk-on tryouts. We randomly held walk-on tryouts. And he showed up and fought through 60 guys in a bunch of workouts, and then earned the right to come to practice and be on a 1-day contract throughout the entire course of the season. And he came and battled every single day, never said a word, never missed a rep, never missed a practice, never was an issue, never asked for anything, just came, fought every single day. And one of the highlights of the night was, I had some of the guys come to me about a month. In fact, Lamont Butler came to me about a month ago. He's like, man, I think Zach deserves a jersey. He hadn't got a jersey all year. He was on a 1-day contract. And so in our pregame speech, Lamont had the pregame speech before the game today, and he presented Zach with a jersey. The guys lost their mind. Zach was in stunned wonderment. And that's like, I'm telling that story is a long way around your question about you spend 1 day in this jersey and BBN embraces you for life. And that's really cool. It's like nowhere else. This basketball community of BBN is like nothing else. And it was fun to hear our guys talk about our seniors, our extinguished eligibility guys talk about it, because they got a huge dose of it in just a short time.
Mark, how did the guys kind of internalize the news of Jackson Robinson's injury and needing surgery? Just in terms of sometimes you can be like in the back of your mind, well, we're going to get so-and-so back and that kind of thing. But now just knowing moving forward that this locker room, this rotation, this is who we have.
Yeah, it was, we had a really trying, just all the emotions you could imagine post Oklahoma. So it was a late game, Central Time. We finished the game, and then get back at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, and are dealing with the emotion of that game, the emotion of Jack's news, which we all really didn't get to get final answers on until the next day, but all suspected, and then run right into Auburn in an early game. It was a super tumultuous time, and there was just so much, and then we ran right into tonight. And so I think the guys are devastated for him and really sad for us because he's such a massive part of this team. And at the same time, resolved that like we know what we have today, and we're going to go try and find a way to win with what we have today. But these guys love Jack so much. Jax loves these guys so much. They've been on an epic journey together. It's hard to like make sense of why he doesn't get a chance to finish this with these guys. It's really brutal.
Mark over here. Obviously, Otega has another great game all around, but I wanted to specifically ask about one play. We're sitting way up there where the media is, but the pass that he made to Lamont to cap that 15-0 run, how impressive was it from your vantage point? Because you're down on the floor and you got a pretty good sight of it.
Yeah, it was very much. I love basketball players that grew up playing soccer, because they kind of see angles and they can make reads like that. It's what you do in that game. I don't know anything about soccer, but the little bit I do know is that. And it was a really incredible play. I thought he was elite starting the game on the defensive end. It was what we really cared about, and we need him to start games being great defensively, and he was. Lamont was. But O made a bunch of plays today. He made some really simple plays that looked brilliant, right? And I thought he was terrific tonight. His focus was great.
Coach, you talked about coming out with a vengeance after the Auburn game. Can you talk about what was different tonight and how important it is to leave up with a win as you play your last game here?
Yep, just us getting better. We've been. It's funny how the gravity of the season gets to you, right? And so we've been patchworking so much that. We've lost a couple things over the last 6 weeks. We lost this desperate hunger to get better because we were just trying to stay afloat, right? And and by staying afloat in some ways, I think we did get better, but there were so many distractions going on, and then we kind of lost the pace of the game because we're just trying to stay afloat. We're just trying to get enough live buys to function, and. You think about Otega's pass, but there was a lot of that tonight. There was a lot of pace against a really good transition defensive team. LSU's been a really solid transition defensive team. They only give up 15% of their possessions in transition, and so those two things I think we're on the uptick. I think we kind of have a vibe of, for the first time, it feels like we're going to have the same guys out on the floor tomorrow, next on Saturday as we did tonight, as we did on last Saturday, which we haven't had that in almost 2 months. And so we're really excited about that, and we're really excited about getting back focused in this late stretch to continue getting better and continue bringing pace to the game. Those are really important to us.
Mark, Colin Chandler had a good game tonight, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. What did you see from him tonight, and how big is someone like him stepping up going to be for you guys later on in the season?
It's really important. Colin and Trent and Travis Perry in some ways they're just incredibly important to our stretch run here. Those guys are ready, they're capable, and those 3 guys have got to step up and make huge plays for us, like veteran, experienced players, and they can. But those guys are really crucial. The success we have is going to be in some part dependent on them being great, and they're ready to do it.
Mark, you guys are big on the numbers and the analytics. You've had so many people in and out of the lineup all year. Has that messed with your numbers? You have enough data to make decisions like you normally would? I'm still trying to, we have a lot of data, but it's a lot of weird data, right? It's there's not enough, there's so many kind of anomalous parts to it that we've learned about our guys. But even tonight, there were a couple, you get yourself into a situation where it's either fatigue or fouls or matchups that end you up with a lineup that you're like, I don't actually love the lineup right now, and it's all happening in real time. We don't have a ton of lineup flexibility right now for us to put a really good group on the floor. We have a bunch of guys, all of our guys can go be great on the floor, but they have to be
with the right other group, some of our guys to be really effective and functional. And so you take that as one example about, man, we're still trying to figure it out. But we have had 3 straight games. On Saturday, we're going to have our 3rd straight game where we get to kind of explore this group of pieces. And we'll figure it out.
Last question, Jeff.
Mark Ansley was really big for you in the middle of the season. It seemed like he was able to get some of that confidence back,
Yep.
maybe tonight.
Yep, I thought he was terrific. Ansley is, I mean, my goodness, what a season he's had. For a guy that, never in his wildest dreams thought he'd be wearing a Kentucky jersey, and you think about the huge, impactful moments that he's had in games for us, and he's going to be big down the stretch. You see it all the time. He had 3 or 4 really quiet, subpar games for his standard that he set. And, sometimes all the weight of this thing starts to get on your shoulders, and he did a great job tonight just casting off and just being like, I'm going to go be a baller, man. Like, make miss, I'm going to go play. And I thought his energy and intensity was great tonight. I thought it was really special. He's been great all season. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.